What is up, divine beings? Peace, love, abundance, blessings. My name is AstroPapi, and this is a collective reading that I have to share. The message that I got overwhelmingly from Spirit is that you need to be so ruthlessly at the center of your own universe. Now, specifically, my channel is for those who are on the spiritual path, the self-awareness path, and are tapping into their own spiritual science and unique gifts. And the thing about being able to perceive energy and have the path of an empath, meaning that you're able to feel other people's energy, is that sometimes we get wrapped up in other people's problems and other people's issues and other people's conflicts, and that can be draining. So the message that I got from Spirit is that you need to become so ruthless with prioritizing yourself. You need to be the center of your own universe. You need to be at a point where you are your own best friend. You need to be at a point where you don't have to text or call or ask anybody what major decision you need to make, because you need to trust your intuition far more than anything else. Anytime you're asking somebody what's the right decision to take, of course it's okay to sometimes get second decisions, but when you are prone to indecision and having people decide for you, you end up giving your power away. You end up giving your energy away. And the thing is that you have your own personal orbit. You have your own personal energies, your own personal manifestations, your wishes, your dreams that you are trying to grow into fruition, that's coming into fruition. However, sometimes our own path, our own blessings are delayed when we get stuck in somebody else's orbit. Sometimes when you are doing all this self-healing, this self-transmutation, this self-reflection, this inner work, there are those out there who have not done that level of walking in their karmic path to elevate themselves, to become more self-aware, and they will want to latch themselves onto you because that allows them to live vicariously through your vibration. That allows them to live vicariously through your own karma. Meaning that if you are somebody with the elevated karma, meaning that you've learned your lessons, you've been self-reflecting, you've been self-loving, you've been pouring into yourself, somebody who has not done that will feel the radiance of you, will feel the warmth of you. And what ends up happening is that sometimes those people will want to attach themselves to you and spin around your orbit and bring you into their universe. And you need to be so anchored within your own storyline, your own narrative, your own plot line that you have for yourself, that it won't allow you to be wrapped up in somebody else's problems, issues, and storylines. All right? The thing as well with having a spiritual blueprint is that people will feel your frequency. People will know that you have a good intuitive radar, and they will want to include you in their personal life because they understand the perks that come with you. All right. If this is resonating, let me know in the comments below. I'm getting the numbers 111999. 999 is the number of endings. 111 is the number of new beginnings. So anybody who's watching this, if you've been going through having to just cut off some losses, remember that every link that you have with somebody that could be potentially draining could actually be a link that is absorbing your own energy. And when you cut that off, that means that you have more energy for yourself. A lot of spiritualists out there, a lot of people who walk on the spiritual path, who walk with a certain gift, we are supposed to sometimes, unfortunately, be with others, but also be in an equal amount of solidarity. So that way we don't become sponges, energetic sponges, emotional sponges for other people's issues, storylines, plot lines, karma as well. The term destiny swapping is very popular on YouTube, and that means when somebody wants to be around you to live off of your destiny vicariously. So there is this message, of not necessarily being a hermit, not necessarily being stuck up or being so cutthroat that you don't build relationships, but really understanding. I got the Magician card as soon as I was moving the deck. So I got the Magician card, and it's really understanding that your personal magic involves you having to be in solidarity to allow your manifestations to come through. It's to allow your manifestations to come forward. Solidarity is necessary if you have specific intentions, dreams, and goals, especially if you are dreaming of a life that is abundant, that is filled with divine love. If people have compromised their own wishes and have settled in love, have settled in what is possible for them, they are going to see what you do, and they might subconsciously or very consciously stifle your own development and growth. So part of manifestation, part of creation, yin and yang, we have to release to in order to create as well. And you are going to go in places that other people don't dream or believe that they can step into. All right. And sometimes as empaths, as people on the spiritual path, once we learn the path of manifestation, the path of alchemy, the path of magic, the path of living in a life of faith, all right, it doesn't matter how you create your reality. Some people do it through visualization. Some people do it through manifestation, spell work, prayer. All right. Those are all forms of sacred science. And whatever it is that is guiding you on your path, understand that you can share the blueprint to others. But if others do not want to walk that path, but still want to be around you, that's a little dangerous. That means that you are roping them in your support line and they are not willing to move forward with you. They are literally just becoming weight that you are carrying that is not yours. And as an empath, and especially y'all, because I can say this from a real authentic place, I grew up in a really working class environment. I grew up from immigrant parents, especially if you grow in a certain economic class or you were raised in a certain economic class. If you were raised in the hood, you already know that there's a part of you that wants to help others. You already know there's a part of you that is not succumb to your circumstances and you want to teach others and align others to do the same. But truth be told, we can only teach those who are willing to do the freaking work. And I'm just getting the message, yo. This is a year. I'm filming this during 2025. It's the year of the snake. The snake is the serpent. It's transmutation. It's shedding. There's a lot of chapters that are closing. It's also year 9 in numerology. There's a lot of chapters that are closing very quickly, and it can feel a little bit isolating. However, understand that it is for the highest good. The 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is a scarcity era, a scarcity path, meaning that somebody who does not have hope, does not have faith. And when you align yourselves with those whose beliefs are rooted in scarcity, who has no faith, who has no hope, then you get caught up in their own frequency. Because the thing is that when you're around somebody, if it's a frequency match, great. If it is an imbalance, what ends up happening is that you either have to lower your own vibration or they have to rise up to you. All right. And I don't know if anybody here gets that comment, because I know I do. Every time I go out, you have good energy. You have great energy. Oh my gosh, I love your energy. Like, that is sweet and endearing and all of that, but sometimes people are just saying that because they want a piece of it and they don't want to cultivate their own. Now, of course, that's not everybody, but 9 times out of 10, just double check when somebody says they like your energy, they like your vibe, they like what you're about, they're so ready to be friends with you. I'm being told that you need to be very cautious. All right. For some of you, I'm not going to lie, I'm getting the image of potentially a sibling or a parent. Be very cautious of somebody who is trying to put on their own lack mindset onto you. Sorry, a card fell down, so that's why I'm leaning down. I got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a self-love journey. It's the journey of me, myself, and I can take myself out. I can do nice things for myself. I can give myself nice experiences. I can travel on my own and know that I am spiritually protected to do so. So for some of you who might be afraid to go out, I'm hearing say the affirmation, I am safe to go outside. I am safe on my own. I am abundant on my own. I am well on my own. There will be signs I'm hearing when you do meet somebody new, friendship, romantic, and otherwise, where there's too many synchronicities. The conversations are about abundance and manifestation. The conversations are about something of high vibration. The conversations are about consciousness. The conversations are about awareness. You need those type of people around you to fuel you, to empower you. And It's not to say that, if you're not spiritually awake, you can't mess with certain people. But there is a certain point where if you're around too many people who are asleep, you're literally just pouring into everybody and you're not getting anything out of it. So isolation sometimes is a recalibration. Let me say that again. Isolation is a reboot, a reset, a recalibration. Isolation is a temporary part of anchoring yourself into a new timeline. Every time you close a chapter with somebody, you're closing a timeline with somebody. And every time you have a connection with somebody, you have to be very cautious and ask yourself, is this the timeline that I want? Is this a timeline that I envision for us? And for myself, not us, excuse me. That was a trap. The timeline that we envision for myself. Is this matching my timeline? All right. And don't lose sight of your own dreams, ambitions. Stop waiting on people to do things. If you want to take a yoga class and you're waiting on your friends to take it, stop waiting on them. If you want to go travel and you're waiting on people, stop waiting on them. Stop waiting on people and stop compromising on the experiences that you want from life because the people you grew up with, the family members you have, the friends you have, they're not about that. Understand that you are stepping into new terrains, new paths, new territories, and you are going to meet new people who are also on the same frequency as you, meaning they're like, yo, I got tired of waiting for people and I started doing my own stuff. And you're going to realize that, boom, there's a frequency match right there because this is somebody who also ended up leaving whatever status quo was given to them and their home environment and their backgrounds and their settings. And here's the thing, y'all. You are not, and I feel like y'all know this, but I have to say this because you probably deal with people like this. You are not the byproduct of your environment, your background. Yes, we reincarnate into certain lifestyles, into certain cultures, into certain upbringings, but just remember that that's not a glass ceiling that's on you. That's part of your makeup in this incarnation. But you are so much more than whatever social economics you were born into. You are so much more than your physical avatar, how you look. All right? You are so much more than just the name that was given to you. And when you start really understanding that you are a spirit having a human experience, you are divine royalty here to experience royalty no matter your circumstances, no matter what you were born into. That's when the universe starts shifting things to you. Part of manifesting is to start connecting with your higher self. I want you to just close your eyes with me. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I want you to feel an energy that is above you called your higher self. I want you to feel that energy coming down into your body. I want you to visualize yourself looking at your reflection, but you're not looking at your physical self, you're looking at your higher self. I want you to see your higher self's body language, the way they move. Do they have a little swag to them? Do they have a confidence to them? Are they glowing? All right? Are they happy? How do they feel? How do they look? Because the thing is that being spiritual, being a manifester, being an alchemist, a magician, whatever words we want to call this, is to be here on earth and to start to embody the spiritual divinity that you are, but bringing it down here into the physical matrix. It's about understanding and knowing your own spirit. And hey, I get it. Some of us, we understand our past lives, we understand our spiritual gifts, but we have to really bring it into the physical realm by honoring our standards, by understanding that we are deserving of more than just this physical matrix. And I know some of us are spiritualists out here, some of us empaths are here are like, yo, I'm over earth, like I don't want to do this no more. But I got the Empress card. And the Empress card is understanding that earth is abundant once you start realizing that everything that your spirit is can really manifest here in the physical realm as well. Of course, the spirit realm takes time. The physical realm catches up to it because linear time is moving in a different rate than what spiritual time is moving in. But everything that happens in the spirit realm then incarnates here and manifests in the physical realm. So honor your standards, honor your spirit. If somebody has bad spirits on them, if somebody is an unhealthy spirit, Don't be around them, all right? It will block your orbit. It'll block your flow. It'll block your dreams. It'll block your wishes. It'll block your intentions. It'll block the rituals you're doing. You're doing abundance rituals and you're around people who are silent haters. It's not good for you. You're doing love rituals and you're around people who have too many relationship problems, too many back and forths. It's not good for you. Be in the highest timeline by understanding that you need to be selective, by understanding that you need to be the center of your own universe. You are your own sun, you are your own home, you are your own best friend, you are your own lover, you are your own parent, you are your own sibling, all right? You are who completes you. And when you have that very rooted and anchored relationship with yourself, nothing can lead you astray from yourself, no matter what's going on outside around you, all right? So lock in with yourself, honor thyself, love thyself, know thyself, and be the center of your own attention, all right? That was the message that I have. And one more thing, we were in a very people-pleasing kind of society, and you got two extremes. You got the people who don't care enough and the people who care too much. And what happens? Opposites attract. We meet people as empaths who are users, who are manipulative, who are takers. So start being more self-centered. Start being more self-prioritizing. Be the orbit of your own universe. Be the center of your own universe. Be the sun of your own solar system as a form of protection, as a form of allowing your manifestations to come forward, and as a form of honoring all of you. Peace, love, abundance, blessings. My name is AstroPapi. I offer personal readings and spiritual consultations. How to find that is on my about below. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, how to find that is on the about below. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. I'll see y'all next time. If y'all have any videos that y'all want me to discuss, any topics you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great.